Hello everybody, and thank you for tuning in to my next tip. Today I'm going to talk to you about something that could help speed up a computer. Now, over time, you may decide to download and install new applications that you may end up not needing or not liking, and you, instead of just installing it, you might just decide to leave it there, and you might do this unknowingly, meaning something else could be, you could just stop using it and forget it's there, and by performing what I'm about to show you in this tip, you can help speed up your computer and also freeing up disk space that you may gain if you don't need these programs. Now, for this tip, I'm going to start using this magnifier so I can I'll stop moving the camera as my other videos had, so it's a little less shaky. So you can see my whole screen at the time, as well as being able to see what I'm clicking on easily. Alright, just to see the list of programs that you have installed on your computer you want to look through can be found by going to your Start menu. And this is all Windows 7. Windows XP will be slightly different, but basically the first step's the same. You want to go to your control panel, which you can find on your Start menu. That loads up this list here, and you want to look for the item called Programs and Features, which is right here. And Windows XP, it's going to be called Add or Remove Programs. Alright, so we're going to open that. And this, as you can see in the bottom part, it's a list of all the installed programs on here. You have to wait for a second for it. Sometimes you have to wait for a second to load all of them. But you see here's a list of all the programs that are installed on my computer. 7-zip, various Adobe, Apple products. So basically, it's a good idea to go through this list every once in a while. Not every week, but every couple months. Because sometimes you have installers that install toolbars, like if you install Trillion, for example, they want you to install Ask Toolbar. It's like stuff that you probably don't really want, but you may be added automatically. So through the installation. So it's always a good idea to go through here and get rid of the programs that you don't need. See, basically here, Cisco, Connectify. Okay, so I'm going through my list here. Microsoft products. Let's see. Oh, Trillion. Here's Trillion. This is an application that I now use AOL Instant Messenger, which connects to Facebook. So Trillion is a second program which I don't use anymore. So I'm going to go ahead and delete that and show you the process of that. So if you click here, if you click it, then you go up to the top above the list where it says uninstall change. If you click that, it'll then load this dialog box. And I'll say each one of these will be slightly different. This one says we're sad to see you go. Please consider leaving feedback. And this one particular one requires you to, or asks you to ask why you're uninstalling it. I'll say I prefer another product. And if you have any more details, which I'm not going to do, and then if you want to send your feedback anonymously, sure. And then hit uninstall. And let me try it again. Okay, I guess it's uninstalling. Okay, get out of here. Okay, I guess this particular uninstall didn't give you any progress bar. Most of them will give you some kind of progress bar. But over here, in this area, you can see the size, how much each program is gained. Let's say, for example, QuickTime here is utilizing 73.1 megabytes of disk space, which means if you don't need QuickTime, you can get rid of it. He'll say that's how much disk space you'll gain. And if you click here, you can see it's sorted by most space to lowest space. Like say, for example, my biggest space is Microsoft Streets and Trips 2011, which is currently taking up 1.41 gigabytes, which is all the map data, of course. But so if you want to go through it like this, you can start focusing on the ones that have a lot more space utilized. Also, I'm going to tell you about turn Windows features on or off feature. If you click that, it brings you up to this dialog box. Turn Windows features on or off. To turn on a feature on, select its checkbox. To turn a feature off, clear its checkbox. Filled box means that only part of the feature is turned on. Basically meaning, the filled boxes basically mean you have a subset and say, if I did that, oh, since I have free cell unselected, it's going to go to unboxed. But if it's all selected, it'll be a checkbox. And this is where you can delete all those games, like say Free Cell, Spider Solitaire, you know, all those games that you get on a Windows install. If you don't, they too take space, and if you want to make sure to eliminate any distractions from, if you're on a work computer, you can uninstall it by going here and unchecking this box. Indexing services has to deal with searching, Internet Explorer 9, various media features like Windows DVD Maker, Windows Media Center, Media Player. So if you never use Media Center, you can take it off. Telnet client, for security purposes, unless you really use it, you should always have these disabled. Telnet client and Telnet server, it's for security purposes. You should never have them on unless you need it. Windows Search and XPS Viewer services and Viewer. So I'm going to cancel out here, but if you would hit OK after you make all the changes, and then it will show you another progress bar, and it'll be adding or removing the features based on your check marks. So I suggest going through this list like every couple months to make sure you have to get rid of the programs as you don't need, so you can save disk space. And one more thing while I'm here, on the left or above it is View Installed Updates. These are all the Windows updates that you installed, security updates. The list goes on and on and on and on. And if you have a particular problem with an update, you can click there and click uninstall, and or you can do system restore, however way you want. But if you know particular it's one update, I would suggest going through here and uninstalling it rather than doing system restore, because that system restore, as you've seen in one of my earlier videos, can remove a bunch of applications and therefore a bunch of updates. So instead of just uninstalling one, you might uninstall 5, and you have to reinstall 4. So it makes sense if you know which update performed the negative effect. Going through here and uninstalling it is much better than system restore. But that's basically the tip on the programs and features and how to uninstall programs. And I would suggest getting rid of all the programs that you don't need to save disk space, and also the less information that's on your drive. The more disk space you have, the faster your computer ultimately will be. Thank you for watching. That's it for now. Bye-bye for now.